Okay, hello again. Uh, I know I've done a couple of these other videos before, and I've had a couple of comments, and I keep forgetting to say it. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm actually Brian, and I have had a bakery, and I've changed over to a whole food plant-based, no oil lifestyle. Uh, Gave up the bakery for a while, but I am changing that. So that is why I'm doing these. So just a little introduction, a little quick idea who I am. Plus, I have some time to kill. Uh, but today's we're going to do a whole food plant-based, no oil mayonnaise. Now, a lot of vegan mayonnaise or mayo out there, uh, but they do have oil in them, and so you got to be careful about that. And if you're doing the no oil lifestyle, those don't fit your diet. So this is a whole food, plant based, no oil uh, mayo. I've used this for pretty much everything. Anywhere I could use mayonnaise to begin with, this fits in, I'd say, probably 85-90% of as a substitute. So it's real easy to make. It doesn't contain any unpronounceable ingredients. Uh, it does have one secret ingredient, which I will talk about a little bit later in as we get into it. So, uh, I hope you enjoy, and let me show you how I created this. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen. We're going to get started on our vegan mayonnaise or whole food plant-based mayonnaise. So this is going to be real quick and easy. Once you get the ingredients together, it all goes together really quickly. So we're going to do our tofu, which is the silken tofu. We're doing an extra firm because I like a thicker mayo. If you use the softer ones, you'll get a thinner or liquid mayo. So I like a nice thick one. So there's that. We have our ingredients here. So we have, if you can see from our overhead, we have some salt, which you can control. We have our black salt, which is our secret ingredient. Now this will make eggy dishes look a lot eggier, or taste a lot eggier, sorry. This has a sulfur content in it, so you get that sulfurous egg smell and flavoring. So that's a good thing to do. But if you have salt or sulfur sensitivities, which I have a few friends that do, be careful of that. We have our sugar, and we have our dried mustard. We'll also be adding some lemon juice, which I have here. This is some ground up lemons that I've just taken the peel and the pith off of and then just ground the whole thing. We'll also be using some white pepper. Now this has a little bit more of a spicy flavoring to it, a little bit of tang to it. So if you're really sensitive on things, and super sensitive, you may want to be careful on this one, but this adds a nice little flavor to the overall dish. Now, I've already pulled out the tofu, and I've had it draining. I've sort of broke it up, and as you can see on the overhead, I've just crumbled up the pieces, put them in the strainer, and just let them sit and drain for a while. 15 minutes is usually good. So, this is basically the hardest part of this. The rest of it will be putting it into our food processor. Now you can use a blender for it, but I kind of like the food processor because I want to get in and I want to be able to scrape things and see what's going on. So we'll go ahead and start with the tofu, our lemon juice. Now we'll be adding the rest of our ingredients. This has got the salt, the black salt, the sugar, and the dry mustard. Now, the recipe I use about 1/8 of a teaspoon of that. That's about 8 grinds out of this one. And I use a finer grind because I just don't want to have the chunks in there. Now, we'll put it on our base and mix this up, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so we have all our ingredients in here, and now to do the mix. So I'll mix it on high for maybe about 10 seconds. Open it up, scrape down the sides. Do it again, and if you still see some chunks, just scrape and blend some more. Just 3 or 4 times should be enough to do it, but your mileage may vary. So just I'll let you see what it looks like at the end. Okay, that was 3 times, about 30 to 45 seconds each run. You can let it go longer if you like, but you are looking for a nice, creamy, smooth texture. So let me see if I can get this in the sign of the overhead camera. So nice, smooth, creamy, no lumps. Of course, those would be just the tofu, so nothing would harm you. Okay, so there we go. Now, all I have to do is put this in a jar and store it in the refrigerator for about a week, and that'll be it. So I'll see you when I package all this up. Okay, so I've got it all blended up. I've got it nice and creamy. I've got my jar. Now we just package up. So this is the real easy part of it. Now this has been a really good recipe. I've had a lot of people like it who are still not a whole food plant-based diet or lifestyle, and they enjoy it. I've used this for an eggless egg salad that I make, which is another recipe. I do this with my potato salad. Again, that's going to be another recipe in another video. But anywhere, almost anywhere, you would use mayo. This fits the bill. So as you can see, this is a real simple, easy, goes together quickly. The longest part is probably just getting the ingredients together. And like I said, this fits in a lot of places. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If you've got any comments, you got any suggestions, just be polite, be kind, make them creative or constructive comments, and we'll see you on other episodes. So I hope you enjoy, and do give it a try. Thank you.